Hello students, I am Professor Suhas Ambulekar and welcome you all for the today's session of our subjects, that is Design of Machine Element 1. In this session, we are going to start the unit 3, that is Design for Fluctuating Load. So in this unit, we are going to learn about stress concentration, the causes and remedies of stress concentration, fluctuating stresses and failure about fatigue stresses. Also, we are going through the SN curve, endurance limit, notch sensitivity, endurance strength, and design for the finite and infinite life. In addition to that, we are going to learn the cumulative damage in fatigue failure and the analysis of the failure with the help of Soderberg diagram, Gerber diagram, Goodman and modified Goodman diagram. The fatigue design of components under the combined stresses is going to learn. So starting with the first topic, that is stress concentration. In design of machine element, there are mainly three fundamental equations, that is tensile stress, bending stress and shear stress. These three equations are the elementary equations and these are having a number of assumptions. One of the assumptions is that there is no discontinuities in the cross section of the component. However, in practice, discontinuities and abrupt changes in cross sections are unavoidable due to certain features of the component, such as oil holes and grooves, keyways and splines, screw threads and shoulders. Therefore, we cannot assume that the cross section of the machine component is uniform. Under these circumstances, the elementary equations do not give the correct result. Basically, whenever a machine component changes the shape of its cross section, the simple stress distribution is no longer holds good. This irregularity in the stress distribution causes by the abrupt changes of form is called as stress concentration. A stress concentration or stress razor, it is a location in an object where stress is concentrated. An object is strongest when force is evenly distributed over its area. So, a reduction in area because of any crack result in localized increase in stress. A material can fail via a crack when concentration stress exceeds the material's theoretical cohesive strength. We can see from the below figure that the real fracture strength of a material is always lower than the theoretical value, because most of the materials contain the smaller cracks or the contaminants that concentrate the stress. The stress concentration due to the cracks, as we can see from the figure at the middle section, it occurs for all kinds of stresses in the presence of fillets, notches, holes, keyways, some of the splines and surface roughness or scratches. Let's get through with a plate having a circular hole subjected to tensile stress, as we can see from the figure. The distribution of stresses near the hole are observed by using photoelasticity technique. In this method, an identical model of the plate is made of epoxy resin. The model is placed in a circular polariscope and loaded at the edges. It is observed that there is a sudden rise in the magnitude of stresses in the vicinity of the hole, as we can see from the figure B. So basically, the stress concentration, we can say that is the localization of high stresses due to the irregularities present in the component and abrupt changes of the cross section. There is a term that is stress concentration factor which is used and it is denoted by Kt. Now Kt is ratio of highest value of actual stress near the discontinuity to the nominal stress obtained by elementary equations for minimum cross sections. We can say that Kt equal to sigma max by sigma 0 or tau max by tau 0. This theoretical or form stress concentration factor is defined as the ratio of maximum stress in a member, that is in a notch or a fillet, to the nominal stress at the same section based upon net area. Mathematically, we can also say that Kt is equal to maximum stress to the nominal stress. Now, these values of Kt depends upon the material and geometry of the part. So, in this figure, the sigma max is shown at the middle and sigma O at the boundary layer. So, Kt is used for the normal stresses and Kts is used for the shear stress. The stress distribution and the stress trajectories are shown in the figure. With the help of that, we can found the theoretical stress concentration factors. So, in the next lecture, we will see the causes of stress concentration and the failure due to the stress concentration. Thank you.